In 2025, NSFAS alluded that for you to be part of the NSFAS scheme, you ought to have a minimum average pass of 60%. So do you agree with that? Do you move with that motion, or is it against the black majority? Because one of the reasons why I'm saying that is against the black majority is because majority of the black people are coming from rural areas, as you mentioned, without access to water, access to electricity, and access to infrastructure, or access to things that are conducive for them to be in an environment of education. So do you think is it fair, because majority of the students have been rejected because they couldn't meet the minimum requirement?
To be honest, there's nothing fair of taking a decision for people without consulting those people. It's not fair that NSFAS has took a decision that will bind the black majority without consulting the black majority. So it is unfair to say that no, all those who want to become beneficiaries of the National Student Financial Aid Scheme should have an aggregate of 60%. Because to be honest, like how you have highlighted, there are pressing issues, social issues that especially relate to governance, that relates to national governance, that relates to implementation of policy, that relates to service delivery, that relates to social welfare. Like currently we do have families, we do have communities whereby their status quo, their social status quo is quite poor. It's very bad to an extent that you can't really focus in class. If I personally was to stay in that area, I would have issues in order to cope. So we can't really say that it's fair to say that a person who's coming from either maybe a person who is staying in Centern whereby they have accessibility to a lot of things, including an uncut electricity supply or uncut water supply, should have the same expectation as those coming from villages whereby for them to go to school, to bath in the morning, to go to school, they have to go to the nearby well and collect water and come back, boil the water and bath. So it's not fair. Rather, we say that it's not just an NSFAS thing. It's a national, it's a governance thing. So the governance that exists as we speak, it's quite I would say failing certain communities, and it becomes a trend for other institutes like NSFAS and other things. So this thing has become a norm in governance that we are going to just increase. Well, in advancing academic excellence, it's a view that can be championed. But if we were to critically analyze, if we were to thoroughly analyze the whole situation, it's not rather than just achieving academic excellence, but rather than saying compromising specific individuals. So rather we say that let NSFAS go back to the student populace, let it go back to these villages, to these provinces, to this district, consult, analyze the situation, check family backgrounds, so that all these people can be able to have equal access to education, in as much as the Constitution prescribes that everyone should be treated equally in the eyes of the law.